Welcome to your source for research, innovation, news, insights, and commentary. This is Research Business Daily Report, and we're sponsored today and this week by Research Now, the global leader in permission-based digital data collection, powering business insights for its clients and connecting companies to consumers. Late last week, I was speaking with a 40-plus year market research veteran. You know him well, Dennis Murphy, and you're going to hear from him later in today's report. And several times during our conversation, Dennis referenced the terms decision science and later decision insight in regard to client research departments and their ultimate responsibility, which is to help companies succeed. And about the third or fourth time that he dropped those phrases, something struck me very deep and very hard. In my 20 years having the privilege of covering market research, I've seen client research functions in company after company gradually shift away from research or market research titling in their department's name, and they have chosen instead to go with consumer insights or consumer and market insights or something comparable. And when they've made those transitions, the businesses have made a point of explaining it in an official release that made it clear that the words matter, that the new department name better reflected the corporate function of research and definitively spelled out that role to internal clients. Well, with research's role zeroing in first and foremost to promoting business growth, is it time for another change? I'm suggesting it might be, and that it might make sense for market research or consumer insights or consumer and market insights departments to consider renaming themselves Decision Insights. I think the case can be made that Decision Insights is a far more accurate description of what the function should be delivering its internal clients and the business at large. Decision Insights, it seems to me, perfectly categorizes two things about the research function. One, its role is to provide information, more specifically insights, that only it can provide to business leaders. And the research function is and will continue to channel those insights to the leaders in the company's business, all of whom need to make important decisions and who can or should want all the valuable input they can get. Decision Insights, it has a good ring to me. I'd welcome your thoughts on the subject. Next, when Dennis contacted me last week, he had a message in mind, and it's not what a lot of executives in our industry may want to hear. Dennis has always stood out to me as one of the research industry's most important and quotable executives. Why? Because he's demonstrated the rare ability to move in and out of research and marketing positions. They are quite different worlds, and yet he has had no trouble transitioning back and forth. So I'm going to let the former head of worldwide market intelligence for IBM, the one-time consumer products research manager for hewlett-packard, the former director of marketing information at the Olympia Brewing Company, the former head of marketing at Kyocera, not to mention the director of new product development at one point for anheuser-busch, explain his concern.
Many folks hype the glorious future of market research, while others foresee a rockier path ahead. As I turn the lights off on my career, I offer a different perspective. Projectable market research, as we've known it for half a century, is dead. Flatline, irretrievably dead. Now, many of you will likely dispute this prognosis because, let's be honest, who wants to bury their trade? Some might refute aggressively citing new innovative processes, while others will respond defensively, clinging to the flaccid tenet that we're adjusting to the times. Here's my bottom line. We've been on a 40-year participation slide, adjusting to the times. And today's solution, internet sampling and internet samples, isn't adjusting. It's bold-faced surrender. To wit, yesterday morning I was offered the princely sum of $1.50 for 30 minutes of my time for a study on fairly high net worth investing. So for the lofty wages of $3 an hour, which is really funny worth maybe 1/3 of that, these folks would like to engage me. Oh, of course they would. Gag me. Who the hell in their right mind could believe that a substantial high net worth folks would A, belong to such panels in the first place, And B, be willing to spend their time for such peanuts. To the supplier selling such work, I charge malfeasance. To the client buying it, naivety the first time and ignorance thereafter. Wake up, marketers. Your ability to create projectable samples is gone. You're entrusting your future to respondents who are willing, not those who are able. Information will continue to explode at an amazing rate, but any attempt to portray a meaningful population with resulting insights is bogus on its best day. There are two reasonable courses of action, and they both require fessing up to the mess we've created. One, rectify. Admit that projectability has long been a farce, and acknowledge that the way forward is backwards. Revert to recruiting technologies like snail mail or random digit dialing that are at least theoretically projectable, albeit at lower response rates and, yes, substantially higher costs. Quit eating dog food while calling it filet mignon. Two, retreat. Drop the pretense of projectability altogether and let survey work reside aside all other convenient data sources. No more rigorous and pristine than qualitative. Given the persistent unwillingness of the public to engage in surveys, the second path may be inevitable, with the indulgent charade of projectability finally doomed to exposure. I'm Dennis Murphy, now retired and signing off. By the way, I hope you all prove me wrong.
Our thanks to Dennis, and we hope, retirement or no, that we'll be hearing from him again. Dennis, there's always an open microphone available for you here at RBDR. That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by Research Now, the global leader in permission-based digital data collection, powering business insights for its clients and connecting companies to consumers. Find out how Research Now backs that all up by visiting bit.do/researchnow. Have a great research day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.